Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, how are you doing? Who, me? Honey, I'm fine. How about you? Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, yeah. We are here, baby, to do a full audio recap of episode number 47, season 2 of Beyond the Gates. And when I tell you that this show is really, really getting gooder and gooder, I know that's not a word, but you know me. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I mean, half the show was good, but it started getting good like at the end. Um, I can't wait to see what Jacob has to say to Grayson in person. So we'll see. I don't know what happened. I'm looking at, Tuesday's episode. So we'll see what they talked about. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where the storyline goes with this impaler. We all guess that Grayson has something to do with it, but I feel like he's not strong enough to be the impaler. You see how hard he is on himself? He's very hard, very strict and hard. And he seemed like he'll just hit himself upside the head. You stupid, 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 stupid. Yeah, I feel like he just hit himself upside the head a million times for making that big mistake. So, yeah, I can't wait to see how Jacob is going to like pull that off. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this party started. I ain't got much to talk about. Normally I catch up with y'all on the weekends, but yeah, when are they going to bring old baby girl in? Hopefully they bring Deanna in today because I'm ready to see her. But I love her story. Her story is so inspirational. She really broke down. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay, her name is Angela Fairley, Failey, I can spell, y'all. If I put on my glasses and I can read anyway. Angela Fairley, Fairley. She says in acting, they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. On October 7, 2025, I auditioned for Deanna McBride just days before the 10th anniversary of my move to Los Angeles on October 13th, 2015. Last year was really tough. It was a really tough year for me, and I was sleeping on my friend's couch when I found out that I had been booked that role. Beyond the gates to join the team. Beyond grateful to join the team too, if I can read. Yeah, so I'm really happy for her. I'm really proud of her. Um, she did like a little video of her sitting in her file for the Deanna person, the Deanna role, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy for her and so proud of her. Last time I followed her, she had about 5,000 people, so she's growing. She's growing. She has like 5,139 followers. So happy for her. So happy for her. So if you have a chance, if you do anything on IG, go ahead on over there and show her some love. Show her that we're here for her mean ass. And she's clearly another older woman playing a young girl. So they're good for doing that over there at Beyond the Gates, except for Jessica's there. She young, but yeah, I don't know how old Angela is, but if she had been acting for 10 years, she's probably in her late 20s, early 30s, just like the character who plays Samantha is. So it's cool. She's convincing, honey, and I'm so proud of her. All right, let's go in and get this party started in 5, 4, 8, 3, and 2, and all right, we open up at the hospital, and so we see Ted limping in like he's sore. Remember, he got his ass beat, whooped on the court, trying to be big baller, shot caller when he was playing them young boys at the country club. Remember last week he did that. Now he coming in limping. I like the little young girl. She's one of the orderlies in the back. She has the red hair. She's been working. I ain't mad at her, sis. Well, anyway, he's limping at the nurse's station, and Shanice was like, "Oh, look, it's LeBron James, girl. Mm-mm. Don't do that. Don't do that." He's like, huh, very funny. She said, Is the hamstring still bothering you, boo? Damn, he says, it was getting a little bit better, but standing in the OR for hours don't help. Damn, I bet you it don't. She says, I still can't believe that there was a basketball court full of doctors and not a single one of y'all motherfuckers thought to stretch before playing full out. He was like, shit, it was supposed to be, a easy breezy, beautiful cover girl kind of game. Who knew that it would basically turn out to be a cage match? She says, excuse me, you invited your ex-wife's current lovers to compete against each other. She said, "What else would you expect?" He said, "Hmm." And he winked his eye at her. Told you Ted is messy. He is messy. Oh, look who's back. It's Tide. Hey, Tide. Tide is always over at the red door. I don't blame you, Tide. Don't ever go back over there to the rat trap. The rat trap for you newbies, that's Eva's apartment. That's the rat trap. I'm happy that Tide stays over there at the red door a little bit. So we see Smitty carrying Tide, and then we hear a knock on the door. I'm not near any desks, so y'all gonna have to pretend that y'all hear a knock on the door. So he's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Okay, so he says 1 minute, and guess who it is? It's Nicole. So she brings in two shoe boxes, and so Smitty is like, "What the fuck is all this?" Samantha and Tyrone's continuing shoes. Trust me, they're gonna want to start wearing them around the house, and breaking them in. Yeah. Otherwise, it is Blister City and a ruined debut. That is so true. Any pet people out there, whether you male or female, y'all ever bought some good shoes, some new shoes for an outfit, like for a concert, or you going on vacay, or you just doing a date night, baby, and the shoes was popping, all right, and so you didn't try them on. You tried them on in the store, or you got them from Amazon because they match your outfit. Shit, and when you try to wear that shit, you can't even make a good hour because dogs be barking, baby. Yeah, so yeah, it's good that they're gonna break them in, now. So Smitty was like thanking her for bringing those shoes by. He's talking about him and Martin had it handled, that she didn't have to go out of her way. Let her be grandmother, Supporting my grandchildren is never an inconvenience. He was like, Is you sure this is what this is all about, grandmother? Hmm. Okay, fine. Samantha called me. She said that you had been working a lot and was worried that you wouldn't remember. Think about it from her point of view. So he was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. I have been locked in really deep in the piece that I'm working on, but I would never let that get in the way of my parental duties. I mean, you know that, Gran." "I do, but Samantha's teenage brain does not." She sighed that you had been anxious and that you have had a hard time focusing when you were helping her with her psych project. She said that you also took off in the middle of the night to go see a source. Wow, he said, "Damn. I didn't realize she was feeling so neglected." Yeah. He was like, "Well, damn, what else did she have to say?" That she is concerned about the story that you're working on, which now has me worried too. Are her instincts right? Are you involved in something dangerous? Him and them green eyes, baby, was looking everywhere but her green eyes, honey. Yeah. So we in the alleyway, honey. So we we see Jacob and Grayson meeting. "Yo, did you say anything about seeing me at the fucking hospital?" Tell you, Grayson is scared. He's scared. So Grayson didn't say nothing. He said, "Did you, motherfucker?" Grayson was like, "I mean, I came close." I almost told Ashley everything. And by everything, motherfucker, what do you mean? He was like, "Look, man, I'm just trying to get ahead of it, all right?" Grayson is scared as fuck. Tell Ashley everything that I've been involved with before you and your whole squad show up with your guns drawn and your cuffs ready. Yeah, but I didn't. All right, I did. Good, motherfucker. Cause telling her ass would have been your worst fucking mistake. He said, "Well, it don't make a difference because everything's gonna blow up now that I know you're undercover, mother." Look, I don't want Ashley to think that I've been lying about it all, okay? Especially the feelings I have for her. Your feelings? What? Don't ever let me hear you say that shit again. I'm not undercover, motherfucker. You got that shit? Okay, I see you, Jack. I see you, Jacob. You gonna play it all the way through. That's what you're supposed to do by the role, Yeah, do it. Yeah. Then we get the motherfucking pop, 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 pop. Go ahead, Jacob. I ain't mad at you, boo. And to think you didn't want to try the club's infrared sauna. I think Nicole was right about Vanessa trying to make Joey fit into her world. So, because they are coming out from the gym, he has on a little, velour sweatsuit, honey. He looks so Joey. That's just not you, darling. That's not Joey at all. Mm-mm. She continues and tells him, "I told you that the clubs would be so much more better than that old wooden box you're used to." You say old, I say tried and true. You can play semantics all you want, but I see that glow. Welcome to our version of Mile High Club. What do you say to May paying you back with a real mile high experience? I'd say, how soon are we leaving? Then they did this real awkward kiss, and then she cuts him off. So, have you thought any more about having dinner with the kids? I have. I'm sorry, my answer's still no. Oh my God, we see Pammy. Pammy is there. Oh my God, so great news. The shoot for Tatum Stewart is a go. I love the belt. I love the top. I love the skirt. I love her bangs. I love Pammy so much. She runs into the lobby area where Danny and Andre is because his hand is on somebody's knee. So I'm going to assume it's his wife. Yeah, it's Danny and Andre. We haven't seen them in a while, have we? Feel like I haven't. What did we see them at all last week? Well, she had the ponytail last week. That's why. Yeah. The full talk schedule has finally opened up, and we snagged a spot. Ah, Andre says. So who did she hire to do the campaign? Only the best full talk in the biz, the one and only Oleg, not Andre. He says. Oh, present company excluded, of course. No, Andre says. No need for all of that. It's cool. Oleg is a rare talent. Yeah. I have no doubt that he will get exactly what Tatum needs from our superstar. Don't be so sure, baby cakes. And then they just give each other this smooch. And just Pammy is like, oh my God, I love you guys. Why am I the only one excited? He said, look, I'm excited. He says, I'm excited. I am. Well, he wiping all the red lips off his mouth, because Danny got them reds on the day. She's like, okay, and the model? Red lips have really been the theme this week. When Vanessa had on her red, she had on red lips. And I thought that Nicole had red lips on last week, and so now this week is Danny. Danny is looking at her like, bitch, I don't want no Oleg. I want my Andre to take my photos. Shit. Danny, what's going on? One of Chelsea's last gigs was an anniversary shoot for a magazine, and they gathered all of their previous cover models to highlight the past, the present, and the future, Danny said. I think I remember that one, Andre says. It's called Elegance Edge. I remember that. Yeah. Flew off the shelves. It was a major success, Danny says. But Oleg, the photographer, he was the photographer, and I heard him complain about the older fucking models. He said that they were difficult to work with. That motherfucker talking about he had to do too much retouching to get a good picture. Fuck you, Oleg. Shit. She said he basically buried all of the old models in the back of the photo. She says he was not damn kind at all. Why have I not heard of this story, Danny? She says, because I filed that shit away and I assumed that I would never have to work with him again. I was a mammy for many years, girl. So what am I supposed to do now, girl? What if I can't give Tatum what she needs? Because I'm too self-conscious about Oleg. I can't wait to meet this damn Oleg. It's Oleg, but I'm saying Oleg. Shit. She says it's Oleg. Oleg. He tries to reassure her, girl, you got this. You were born for this. Don't let that man's outdated view get in the way of what you can do. My baby just talked about me that something like this today. My sir. Such a good man. Yeah, you gotta have that cheerleader always pushing you, ladies and men. Always have that loved one in the background pushing you to your next level in a good way. Exactly, Pammy says. Modeling is like muscle memory. Your body is going to get in front of that camera and just take over. So pull yourself together, all right? The last thing this agency needs is for you to tighten up and ruin this, Danny. Pamela, bitch, is that the way that you speak to all the other models, girl? Because, honey, that was very damn awful advice. This is what Danny tells her bestie. Besties are having little issues this week, right? We have Chelsea and Kat. Then we had Nessa and Nicole. Now we got Pammy and Danny. What's the tea? Ciao. Y'all is trash beyond the gates. The next scene, we see Ted on his back. His eyes closed and his hand behind his head. So we see Chenise stretching that hamstring. That's what she fucking doing. Y'all is trash beyond the gates. I caught what you. I picked up exactly what you was putting down. Y'all know what they was doing. Y'all trash. So all that grunting and shit, she's like, wait a minute, is this pain, that all this noise you're making, is that from the sore muscle or am I bringing up Nicole? Hmm? He says, you're just a regular Leslie Jones today, aren't you? You know, Leslie Jones, she's the comedian. Yeah. He was like, look, I didn't plan on gathering Nicole's roster. Oh, she says, then enlighten me on how you, Carlton, and Kyle all ended up playing together. You said, well, first of all, I invited Isaiah's ass. She was like, wait a minute, Eva's boyfriend. Yeah. I wanted to get to know him, and obviously I needed a team, so I added Andre and Carlton in the mix. You know, Carlton and I used to ball together back in the day. So I figured that it would be a good way for us to get back to normal. You know. Now, Kyle, now how did Kyle get involved? He says. He said, "Now see, that was Carlton's, that his ass. But maybe his ass was the one who needed to get out some aggression." He said, "Because the last damn thing that I need in my fucking life is more drama." Hashtag Mary J. Blige. No more drama. So you're holding steady, Nicole says. I'm sorry. I saw Nicole's name on the TV. Chenise says, no second, third, or 70th thoughts about Nicole. Moving on with your business partner. He said, oh, I have thoughts. But when I go there, I have this vision that reels me back in. Of, she says, he says, of a sassy, sultry nurse that makes me think. She sits on his lap. She says those thought patterns look quite sexy on you, Dr. Richardson. We already know the line he says, and you know what else looks sexy on me? What? You. I'm waiting for them to kiss. Y'all know I'm gonna drag it. Yes, I am. That's in my blood. I'm the type of bitch that will repeat one song at least 6 times. I got that from my mammy. My mama used to play one song till you got tired of hearing of it. So yes, I am a repeater. Yes, if you get tired of it, I'm sorry. Those of you who are new, have you guys, if you're newbie, have you guys noticed that Chenise and Ted don't kiss? They are very romantic with each other, but they're the only couple that does not kiss. And we feel that it might be because Ernestine, that's the girl who plays Shanice, has something in her contract, or maybe Keith does, I don't know, that says that she cannot kiss on the show. So their romance is not as it's not as genuine in my opinion. I don't see the chemistry. It's not reading well to me because I'm an actress, y'all. If y'all don't know, I am. I've been acting for 15 years, so it's not reading well the fact that they don't kiss. So, do y'all like any of the people who are really like active in the Beyond the Gates groups, like on Facebook? Like, I take a peek, but I can't go down in that rabbit hole because it's a dark place. But does anybody ever bring up the fact that Shanice and Ted don't kiss? Y'all let me know in the comments below. Also, we do a lot of engagement over here. We talk. So I want you to tell me what you think. Yeah, but yeah, I don't like that they don't kiss. So we're back at the country club, and so Joy is telling Vanessa, well, Vanessa, what can I say to make this better? I just don't feel right about arranging this first meeting with your daughter when she's still dealing with her father's death. Considering that I cannot convince you that she's feeling better, I'll just have to accept this. We have more and other important things that we need to discuss anyway. He was like, good, laying on me. Our laundry service, it's doing well, but I'm thinking it's time that we bring in a few more loads. What does that mean, Nessa? You getting greedy, girl. She said maybe even add in some new colors. What does that mean, girl? He says, well, being proactive will definitely serve you very well in this business. She said, well, being inquisitive too. So, what do you do with your laundry? Once it's cleaned, fluffed, and folded, I put it into a diversified investment portfolio. Yeah. Oh, really? Well, how specific, she says. He says, as I've said, this is my way of protecting you, Nessa. Come on, baby. Just one thing about your latest investment is probably them damn trauma. No, plasma. I'm talking about trauma. Plasma. He was like, the clinic? Be serious, Joey. I want to know how your laundry investments progress for educational purposes. He says, all right. He puts his green juice on the table, takes a deep breath. He says, here's some advice when you start sourcing your own opportunities. Make sure it's someone you trust to handle operations. My latest venture is a logistical nightmare. Delivery delays, warehouse issues, shipping mishaps. I mean, it's a bloody quote unquote mess. Boom, boom. So I feel that Joey was not initially in it, but I feel once he found out about it, I think he started investing in it because he heard that it was probably more money there because he's an investor, right? So we're back with Shanice and Ted. They don't kiss, honey. Honey, no more sweet talking. We have to get you back so that you're not in no more pain. We can ease your pain, okay? Okay, now concentrate. He was like, yes, ma'am. She says, now there are a few ways that you can do this without my help. So she has a chair there to help him. He's like, okay. She said, you can do it like this, bend over, and you can then do it in a seated position like this. You can lift your legs and pull forward. Okay, got it. All right, let's see you try. So he couldn't even get in the chair and stretch. He was just in pain. She says, is that a gentle pull or discomfort? He says. He's like, I'm feeling done. What if I walk around, it'll loosen up and I'll be fine, he says. She's like, just like you thought standing for hours in surgery wouldn't wreck your ass chain. So, and it did. He was like, look, I do appreciate your professional input, okay? And this ain't the first time I tweaked a hamstring. She says, and it won't be the damn last until you adequately learn how to stretch. She said, peace and love, okay? He was like, yeah, I do try to model my life after that these days. She's like, doctors. They're so dumb. Anyway, it is a combination therapy focused on injury management. Keep your leg elevated. Keep your leg moving to increase your range of mobility. Pay attention, real closely to the cues that your body gives you as you heal. Okay, so I got to skedaddle and I'll come checking you later. He's like, peace, love, and Chenise. Okay, so what is he finna do? Are they gonna kiss on the mouth? He said that's all a brother needs in this world. And it jumps to the red door. Oh, we're gonna see what Nicole and Smitty are talking about. We ain't gonna go through all of this. He tells Nicole that he's very sorry that Samantha called and got her worried. He just says that the kids are used to having all of his undivided attention. So when he gets a call and he has to do some work, she was like, Samantha starts sending out an SOS. So she said, honey, Samantha reminds me of her Aunt Cat, honey. So she says, but seriously, I'm here for whatever you need. Cotillion shoes, dances, even if it's a quiet afternoon so you can focus. Call me, okay? Call me now. She was like, no problem, because he thanked her. She said, yeah, with Martin being in the thick of his campaign and you working on something that's important, and I'm going to assume that it's something dangerous since you won't answer my question directly. I don't understand. You're not undercover. This is Grayson talking to Jacob. Jacob said, I'm following this shit all the way through. The department don't know anything about this shit, and we need to keep it that way. Grayson was like, yeah, right. Ain't no disrespect, but why the fuck would I believe you? Ashley told me that you're a detective and apparently the best at it. If I was working in Angle, don't you think I would arrest you by now, mother? Come on, man, think. All right, you got a point. So what is this all about? Grayson says. I owe somebody a lot of cash, and my salary doesn't even begin to cover that shit. Ain't this why the fuck people do this shit anyway, for the money? He was like, yeah, for me it's my mom, and her medical bills are piling up. Like I said, I think Grayson is a good dude. I really feel like he's a really really good dude. I don't think he's putting on. I think that he just needed that extra money for his mom. So yeah, he was like, look, I'm her only lifeline, okay? But why is cash a problem for you? Doesn't Naomi come from money? Can't you just ask her for some help? Jacob looking at it like, this motherfucker questioning me. Fuck you mean? That's my wife's money. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Looking at him like, you motherfucker. Fuck you mean? Can you really stand there as a man and ask me that shit? Damn, he sunned him. Being a man, you gonna stand there and ask me that? It's my responsibility, not hers. And plus, we're dealing with a few other issues. And I ain't trying to pile on top of that shit. Ah, you almost had me there, Grayson says. Jacob was like, motherfucker, look around. This ain't no fucking joke. I was with Naomi and Ashley last night, and they had something very different to say about the state of your marriage. I operate out of tough love, you know that. We're back at the country club in the dining area where the couch is. That is Pammy just talking to her bestie about how she operates. Well, it's not working right now. All I can think about was when I made the announcement that I would be doing Tatum's line, and that reporter paralyzed me by calling out my damn age. You are Danny Dupree. You took your power back then, and you can do it now. So he touches Pam on the knee. Pam was like, okay, I'm a hush. Andre was like, boo, don't you remember your Bali story? She's like, honey, baby, this is not the same thing. He says, it is from where I'm sitting and what I'm seeing, okay? Oh, yeah, the animal sanctuary campaign. Oh, I remember that. That went off without a hitch. I still have the prints. What are you not telling me, Danny? Andre says the creative director actually brought out a fucking cobra for Danny to pose with. That wouldn't be me because I'm afraid of snakes. When I tell you I can't even look at a snake on a TV, I get the willies. And just to know that there are snakes out there that are bigger than me that can swallow me whole. Like I said, one time I was a child, I was looking at National fucking Geographic. And this damn mouse was running from a snake, baby. That snake grabbed that damn mouse, swallowed it. You could see, oh my God, you could see the shape of the damn mouse all in its body, and that damn snake was squeezing it to the point you couldn't even see. He squoze that damn mouse to it was dust, baby, dust. And I have not been the same since. Whenever I don't even. Oh, well, so what? She's not afraid of snakes. I was scared out of my mind, bitch. You never said. Because everybody was treating the shit like it was rubber. Meanwhile, they're saying things like, you better rub off your perfume so that you don't agitate the cobra. And if the cobra strikes, bitch, you better not fucking run. I had no idea. How did you handle it? He says. Andre, look, honey, I appreciate what you fucking doing, honey. All right? That was many, many Dannies ago, okay? I'm no longer that wild, daring girl. He was like, okay, let me hear it. All right. First, I confirmed that our slithering friend had eaten recently, so I didn't look like his fucking next meal. And then I used this trick to relax all my muscles so that I wouldn't come off as a threat. He was like, and bitch, come on, tell us more. And it was the best shot of the day. He said, exactly, boo, because my baby excels when she's fucking challenged. Listen, Tatum would have never chosen you for her campaign if she didn't think you the perfect person to represent her new line. Sadly, she chose Oleg as a photographer. I know it's Oleg, but I say Oleg. So, Danny's thinking, so I'm going to have to show that mononymous bastard what my seasoned ass is made of. That's right, honey. We are seasoned, baby. Yes, we are. Deal, girl. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It's settled then. All right, I'm going to leave you two to it and go powder my nails before my next appointment. I love you. I love you too. She's so pretty. Ciao, ciao, ciao for now. See you. Love you. Yeah. Bye. So she leaves, and so, baby, if you were on set in Bali, would you have protected me? Woman, please. One Andre versus one snake. That cobra would have struck a pose and been begging for the motherfucking spotlight. As you know, I am very good at problem solving. We are in the lobby area, and Vanessa is still talking with Joseph about how he launders. His laundry, of course. His dirty draw. Why don't you let me whip your latest venture into shape just like I did with Heart Attach? He was like, Heart Attach was doing fucking fine before you came along. Yeah, because she was his biggest customer. I don't recall you ever filing any complaints, he says. Sure, it scratched an itch as a subscriber, she says. But as an owner, I've doubled membership, increased our satisfaction ratings, recruited some of the hottest talent in town. You have been a wonderful connector, but some investments require a little bit more distance, and you don't need to have these fingers and everything. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know where I will be once this one starts to fall apart. He probably will be tapping her on them little bony shoulders. Right next to me, in bed. Hmm. Pamela will be here in a minute. We have a meeting. What did she meet with Pam for? He was like, wait a minute, you don't want to give her a show? She says, I don't fucking work for free. And then they start kissing again. Anyway, back at the red door, Smitty is telling Nicole he ain't trying to avoid the subject. So they just had a little bit of, chit chat. He tells her that Martin don't even know about the story. She's like, wait a fucking minute. What does he have to say about that? He understands how important this story is to me and how I need to, keep my resources secret. She's like, okay, well, just make sure you let me know if you need me, please. I don't like this Smitty angle. Smitty, like I said, y'all, in the last video, Smitty let Martin have it for Martin keeping his secret, especially when it came to him killing that guy, Kenneth, and his brothers. Like, well, he didn't kill Kenneth, but y'all know what I mean. It took him forever to work up trust. He did not trust Martin at all. It took Martin forever. Forever. I mean, he worked and he told him that, like, Smitty never gave him that promise though. But Martin's like, look, I'm not gonna let nothing get in the, before us. But I don't like it though. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't like this angle. So after Nicole leaves, Smitty checks his phone again. Nothing from Jacob, of course. We're back in the alleyway. So you saying I'm fucking lying? Grayson was like, look, I'm just trying to understand. Naomi was definitely gushing all over the fucking flowers you sent her. I mean, I was too. I was. I was crying and everything. I was crying and she. He's like, she even showed Ashley a picture. He was like, damn, she kept him? Wow, I thought she was going to toss him in the trash after the damn last argument we had. So that's good to know. Oh, Grayson said, so she knows about your financial situation. She snooped through my fucking phone and saw a message from my debt collector. She was pissed, all right? So I sent her flowers as a way to make it up to her. Well, why was she singing the praises to Ashley like that? Because I don't think that she would be doing that if she knew her best friend's man was messing up. Wait a minute. You think that Naomi tells Ashley every aspect of her life? Yeah, she do. Just listen, man, just because we're going through a few things doesn't mean you just put all your business on Front Street for everybody to know. But enough with the fucking questions, all right? I need some assurances from you. Like what? Grayson says, when you see me out here, I'm Rashad. Got it? You Rashad, huh? Jacob. You was Rashad. I'm through. I'm through. Just Rashad, all right? If somebody catches wind that I'm somebody else or that I'm even a damn cop, that's a fucking rap for the both of us, believe me. Whoa, 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 whoa. When did your cover become all about me? Because if my chief of police father gets this first, he won't hesitate to throw my ass under the jail, and I'm taking your ass with me. He comes from a fucking long line of damn cops. Life or death is the oath to him. Your own father would do that to you. Hell fucking yeah, in a heartbeat. This whole little scene is tickling me. And if I get the fuck caught up because you've decided to run your fucking mouth, I'm taking your ass down. And then who's gonna take care of fucking mommy? And then who's gonna take care of your mammy? We got a deal? So they looking over, they hear all this chit chatting and patty whacking and all. They looking, what the fuck is going on? Who that? Vanessa. Oh, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. This is Vanessa and Pammy meeting in the lobby. Thank you for your flexibility in meeting me here. Vanessa says, oh, no problem at all, girl. No problem. I'm just finishing up with Danny. Listen, I'll get right to the point. I'm on the board of an organization called Femployed, and we are very interested in Vanessa McBride Realty. I've heard of them, Vanessa says. We do great things for female entrepreneurs and women led businesses. Oh, I'm so happy that you heard of us. We would like to feature you in our Shine a Light On program. This is a national campaign complete with a profile write up and a spot on our advisory board. Wow, I'm so flattered that my business is being acknowledged in this type of way. It's not only that. You get an all expenses paid trip to New York City, where you get to mingle and network with businesswomen, politicians, and culture makers. Girl, you better go up there and be trying to share heart attach up there. She gonna try to make it global, y'all. She gonna make heart attached regional. I see it already, bitch. So they're both happy. She says it's amazing. She's happy. Everybody's happy. Well, of course, there's going to be a little vetting process, nothing out of the ordinary, to make sure that we're all aligned with our chosen partners. You understand? And I just want to also tell you that once you pass, which I'm sure you will, we'll set up a photo shoot and the interview. So she goes back. They've been doing these reach back and the rewinds, and so she goes back when she talks to Joey about um, money laundering and stuff like that. And she said it's a crime. This is when Vanessa looked very, very Dougish, wifeish, not what is it, mob wife, but she looked more like a housewife. Okay, well I would reach out this week. Via email, is that okay? Vanessa was like, girl, that won't be necessary, girl. Oh, why not? She says, because as much as I really appreciate this opportunity, I'm gonna have to turn it down, girl. Oh, okay. Oh. Hmm. We see Joey at the bar telling the waitress that he needs a damn green juice, right? So the girl gives him the juice. So he got a time sensitive. You know how you got a calendar as a reminder. So he has on his collect 10K from Danny Dupree regarding failed marriage with boy toy. Y'all is trash again. This has got to be my cover. This has got to be my cover photo. He looks horrible with this velour sweatsuit on. I don't like it on him. It makes him look. He doesn't look mobbish. He looks like he's just some old man that's there at the gym. I don't like it. But this is funny. This is so funny. So while he's looking at his little reminder, he hears Danny and Dre over at their little table talking, and of course he traipses over there with his his bad body. I don't like this sweatsuit on him. He looks horrible. I know y'all like Shar don't look that bad. Doesn't look that bad. I mean, I like him in tailored suits. His suits fall on his body better. And the whole conversation that Nicole had with Vanessa, it makes sense. She was like, "What are you trying to turn him into? He's a mobster. He's a bad boy." And him going there with that on, this is what Vanessa is trying to make him look all fit into society, and he just doesn't look like he fits. So he makes it over there at the table. Well, you two sound like you're still enjoying wedded bliss. What's it to you, Joey? Danny says. You jealous? He says, inspired. In fact, I was thinking of having that Anita Williams impersonator, the one that did your wedding, come do some shows at the casino this fall. Hey, you two should come and renew your vows on your anniversary. Yeah, damn Joey talking about they can do one of the old chapels like just like old times. And Danny's like, child, I ain't paying no damn attention to your ass. He was like, oh well, unless, and she's like, unless what, mother? He was like, well, unless you're still what 6 months out, trying to play that little game with her, about that bet that she made with him last year about her marriage and shit. Well, that could be a long time, especially nowadays, he says. Things can change so quickly. So Andre is looking at him like he got his like carrot in his on his fork, and he's like, "What the fuck that's supposed to mean? I'm lost." And that's exactly what he said. He says, "And what is that supposed to mean?" Why he chew his carrot? I think what Mr. Armstrong is saying is that he is rooting for us more than anyone else. That's what Danny tells her hubby. 10,000 times more, in fact, Danny says. You know what, Joey? You know what? Here's what the fuck I'm going to do for you, okay? When it's time for our renewal ceremony, I'm going to make sure that you and my girl Vanessa is seated right there on the front row, hun, so that you can witness our unchanging and ever growing love. I'm counting the days, he says. The days, he says. Yes. Well, if you excuse me, I so rarely come to the country club. Yeah, we can tell. I'm going to explore the chef's private herb garden. Oh, nice. So he leaves, and so Andre was like, you two clearly got some type of inside joke going on. Danny was like, still chewing her carrot, honey. Don't take his ass seriously. He's out of his mind. You heard him. He said he was going to that herb garden. She said, herb. Y'all know what she mean with the fingers to the lips. Yeah. So Andre was like, for some reason, I can't imagine that guy relaxing enough to partake, honey. Yeah, but I made you look. He was like, baby, what am I gonna do with you? When I tell you they have aged Andre. Andre was not this old acting when he wasn't married to Danny. Now they don't even really dress him in the prince, like the loud prince, like he used to. I mean, he dresses more older, more mature. And I'm like, So, again, he says, what am I going to do with you? She says, love me forever. And I will do this very same thing in return, babe. Now we're at Ted's hotel. Why the fuck is Ted still in this fucking hotel room? He's sitting there watching cartoons or something with the champagne and raspberries on the table. And he resting up that leg. That leg is kind of elevated on the coffee table. Then we hear no, I'm in another room now. We'll hear a knock at the door. So let's see who this is. So he lightly limps to the door to see who it is. So it's Chenise. He was like, I missed you. He reached out to give her a kiss, which we know ain't gonna happen. Lover boy. Mm-mm. I'm here in an official capacity first. I need to make sure that you're healing well. I'm like, Shanice, you just saw him earlier, like an hour ago, I guess. So he was like, this hands-on approach sounds enticing. She says, doctors are definitely the worst patients. Now, do as I say, sir. Not my sir, but him, Or I'll have to punish you. Girl, how? By giving him a kiss. He leaned in and said, you promise? She said, and he leaned right back. I just I it, I was excited about their little thing that they were gonna do. I'm just not. I'm just not. I, I'm just not. Meaning that I was excited about their connection, their attraction to one another, but the fact of them not kissing is just a huge turn off for me. I don't like them together. I'd rather for him to be tonguing June down, if nobody else, or Nicole, of course. But it's not reading well for me. It's just not. So back there, and they on that old nasty ass hotel floor, the wine and berries and chocolate, and so she has him on the floor using a exercise stretch band to stretch that hamstring of his. Y'all know that hotel rug is nasty, right? Right? I mean, you could have did that in the bedroom, girl. So he tells her that if he overextends his leg more, it's gonna fuck him up. She said, "Try." So he tries, and honey, he pulls so bad that he popped the little stretchy bands, and it flew across the room. She's like, "I told your ass that's not how you release the band. That's how your ass knocked over everything the last time." So she asked him how he's feeling because he finally got off that nasty floor. He says, fine, better, He said, but I couldn't do this, like even this earlier. So he snatches her down and sits him on his lap. Well, she's not on his lap, but she got her legs across his legs sitting on the couch. She's like, another satisfied patient. So the leg is better, she says. So let's get the rest of that body checked out. So she walks away and takes off her shirt. That bra is cute. Now, I like that little bra. It's like a bralette. If you could show your bra, girl, why you won't kiss him? Just I, again, like I said, I'm a bitch that will replay a same song. If I hear a good brown liquor song like the damn Boots on the Ground when it came out, play that shit so many times. That's how my mama used to do it. She would play stand up in it 6 or 7 times. Shit, if I hear an old Luther song and if it hits me right, I'm playing that 6 or 7 times. I repeat. I'm a repeater, okay? I know somebody out there repeats like me, don't you? So he gets up, honey. He stopped limping. He goes in there and follows her in the bedroom. Anyway, we're back at the country club. So we see Pam. Pam says, you seemed so excited about being honored. What happened? Vanessa was like, girl, the timing is just off, unfortunately. She's probably going to use Deanna as her reason for not being honored, girl. I don't know if you heard, but I am in the middle of opening the Phoenix Street free clinic. We have a new subscriber who came up. I can't remember your name, but thank you for that connection, boo. She said, I mean, y'all know I was tripping about I'm a teaser, y'all. I'm a teaser. I most things I act like I don't know. I do know. I just need engagement. Okay. I do know. I do. But she was saying how the little phoenix on the hat that Jacob wears, it's a connection to the name of the Phoenix Street Free Clinic. So there's a connection there. So I missed that altogether. So thank you. Some things I do miss, but I like to make this fun. You know how we sit on the front porch, we just chilling and making up shit and stuff. But that was a good observation. I didn't see that connection. So the phoenix that's on Jacob's hat that he wore to do the drop at the hospital elevator, it's a connection to the Phoenix Street Free Clinic name. So I love that connection. So thank you, boo. Oh, I've heard rumblings about the clinic. I didn't know that you were involved. I thought that was all the work of Leslie Thomas. Are you saying her name, Pam? It sounds better from your lips. Don't nobody like her. So she says the clinic is actually a memorial for my late husband, Doug. For his sake and for my children, I cannot let anything pull my focus from that right now. So, well, if it's timing that's the issue, we can always adjust on our end. You'll have plenty of time to open up your clinic. Vanessa's like, girl, it's not only that. Launching a business like this relies so much on community support. She says she's worried that people might think that her connection to Femme Employed would think that she was trying to manufacture donations. Oh, see, this is why you're perfect. We only take on honorees with integrity and purpose driven missions of their own. Look, we'll adjust around your schedule, all right? Don't worry about it. Vanessa's trying to, tap dance out of it. It's like, Pam, please forgive me, girl, but I would never forgive myself if the attention that's supposed to be focused on the clinic was somehow rerouted to my ass. So she was like, it just wouldn't be right. But really, really, thank you, girl, but no thank you. Oh, well, all right. Well, I can understand how difficult it is to open a business with a split focus. I'll decline on your behalf, okay? But I'm keeping you in mind for the future. Thank you, Pamela. You're very welcome. Okay. You have a lovely rest of the afternoon. Oh, hell, Nicole. Loud ass Danny in, in the damn dining area of the country club. I guess Danny and Nicole. Nicole looking at her like, bitch, why are you so loud? She's the empress, honey, of the reverse harem, baby. Excuse me? Nicole says. Andre was like, girl, don't mind her. You'll see she just playing around. A female harem is a woman who has a lot of love interest, a lot of multiple love interests surrounding her. So yeah. It's like, what? Because she thought that Danny might have told Andre. He was like, no, I was just telling Danny about a friend who designs book covers. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Reverse harem is a huge romance genre. Okay, I'm gonna have to write me a reverse harem book. Reverse harem. Never heard of that before. I uh, let me hush. Danny was like, that bitch is being coy. Mm-hmm. She being coy. She know all about that shit. Andre here was just sweating it up with your multiple lovers. Okay, clearly I need a translator for whatever language you and Andre are speaking right now. So he tells her about the basketball game, what Ted did. Mm. And then they hit each other, girl. Danny is so happy, girl. Everything on her is just lit up. So Nicole was like, wait, what? I didn't hear about a basketball game, Nicole says. Danny was like, girl, a bunch of accomplished, sexy, glistening men battling it out over you, sissy. Isn't that the hottest thing you ever heard? I'm like, Danny, girl, bring it down, bitch. We in the middle of a restaurant. I'm eating dinner. I'm trying to chew in peace, girl. God, no. She's like, come on, Andre, baby, tell her. Come on. He was like, babe, damn, chill. I do have a bro code to respect. And you have a wife code that takes precedence over that. Don't you remember our wedding vows? I vowed to divulge every detail of my interactions to the lovely Danny Dupree for both her amusement and entertainment. So he said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if your ass did whisper that shit into the ear of that Anita Dupree impersonator. He said, I could barely remember that damn night. It's kind of hazy around the edges, you know what I'm saying? Same, she says. But your ass said I do, so it holds. Nicole, Nicole, come on, girl, sit the fuck down so Andre can fill you in. We back at the red door. Smitty looking at his computer like he really thinking with his Superman glasses on, and damn, keep looking at his phone. Jacob will call you, honey. We'll see what's going on this scene. So he did get a text, and that's from Samantha talking about grandma is bringing out cotillion shoes by. Girl, you late, girl. He told her that she already did. So he gets another text. This text is from the Caffeine Fix, aka the Bird Cafe. Your loyalty points are expiring. Get your fix today. So he slammed the phone down. He's like, I don't want to hear no Caffeine Fix. I don't want to hear from Samantha. I need to hear from Jacob. So he walks away, and as soon as he walks away, that's when his phone starts to ring. Yeah, he answers the phone. It's me, man. Finally, Smitty says, I've been ready to jump out of my damn skin. What happened to Grayson? Did you talk to him? You know, that Jacob with that damn them knots in his eyebrows. He always looking concerned. My concern about this whole Jacob thing, I feel like it's gonna change him. He's not gonna be the nice Jacob. I think that it's gonna really take him it's gonna take him over the edge. He's not gonna be the same. Just like I felt for that bitch name. Chelsea. Chelsea's still the same, but she's more, carefree now than she was before the kidnapping. But I feel like this whole thing with Jacob, he's gonna be in it for so long. I feel like it's gonna change him. He's gonna get a lot of PTSD out of this whole situation. He might wind up having to kill somebody to prove how down he is. So I don't I really feel that he was not ready for this. Y'all believe it too, because he should have dyed his hair damn blonde and shaved it off or got rid of the beard. The least that he could have did was got rid of the beard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think this undercover thing is not as convincing as it should be. Although I'm excited to see the whole Imperialist story unfold, but I feel like him going undercover. I've seen people look. I gained like 50 pounds just to be Ma Rainey on damn stage. We see Anita, aka Miss Tamara Tooney, losing weight, to commit to her character. So it's like if he was gonna do undercover, the least that he should have did was shave his beard so he can look unrecognizable. Because when a man shave his beard, you be like, who that? It was a close call, but we thought that somebody overheard us, but it was some damn kid passing the fuck through. But Grayson's on board. Smitty was like, well, what'd you tell him? I fed him some sob story about me owing somebody a lot of damn cash, and he bought that shit. Well, do you feel like you can trust his ass? I don't know 100%, but I realized today that he has a lot to lose. He got a sick mammy to think about, At least that's what he told me. Did you do that deep dive on his ass? Yeah, Smitty said. He came up squeaky clean. Well, how did it go? I told his ass that if he turned against my ass, it won't go down well because he going down with me. So he says, damn, so you still on track with your plan? Smitty says, I am. But use this alliance to my advantage. Get Grayson to fully open up to my ass, and I'm going to turn on him. Wow, Smitty was like, yeah, having an inside source at Garland could definitely like bust that investigation wide the fuck open. Exactly. Then we can really find out who the fuck is running things. And then conveniently, we're at the hole in the wall where Joey is there with them books again. He's always got these notebooks and his pencil. Joey, you need to put that on computers. He always got these notebooks, the spiral notebook, the regular composition files and shit. Joey, you need to put that in the cloud, baby. In the cloud, baby. Them police can come there and confiscate all. Well, they working for him, so it don't matter. Anyway, Vanessa is showing their shooketh. So he sees how worried she is. He said, well, tell me who did it so I can do them. Because he was mad. She said Pamela Curtis works for this organization called Employed, and they wanted to honor me as a woman leader in business. I'm sorry, it's Femployed, not Employed, but Femployed. That's a really great name. Really great name. She says it's a huge fucking deal. He was like, well, what's the problem? It comes with national recognition, a written profile, a social media piece, and an internal vetting. He says, I say. She said, relax. Look, I turned the shit down. Extra eyes on me means too much visibility on us, and I'm not going to damn prison so I can attend a luncheon. You better say that, bitch. Yeah. He was like, well, I'm sorry that you had to pass on that, babe. Sounds like it was something you really wanted. She says, I did, but like I told Pammy, I'll need for all my focus and energy and attention to be on our clinic and to Doug's legacy. I don't need anything to overshadow that. That's what's important to me right now. Doug was an outstanding member in this community, blah, blah, blah. If they say anything else profound, we'll pick it up because they ain't talking about shit in this scene. So she just goes on, just wanting to make sure that his honor is done in the right way. And, if they do too much digging and vetting, then they might find out about him, his death and where he was. That vetting process can get very invasive. So she's like, I'm cold. So she went over there to his bar and just made her like a swallow full of some vodka. He just let her do it because that's like in the middle of the afternoon. So she was like, just because I want to keep his legacy, the way it is, that doesn't mean I'm stuck in the past. So she, threw back that last swallow, and he looking at her like, damn, I killed him. Shit. Damn, I feel bad. At least for now, because Joey get over that shit real quick. She tells him, like, look, that was my past. You're my future. Why do you think I'm pushing so hard for you to sit down with my children? I cannot wait when she finds out that he killed Doug, or he had Doug killed. She is going to act that part out so good. Like I said, one of her pivotal moments was when she found out about Doug's death. Oh my God. I think that her character was like trending on that day. She was fantastic when she was playing that scene. Oh my God. She says she wants the people that she loves the most to be together, her kids and him. And he gives her a big hug with that guilt, of course. Shit, we back at the hotel. So Ted and Chenise is in bed in the afterglow, honey. So she was like, how's the hammy? I bet you it was, he said recovered. Shit. He talking about you healed me. She talking about, damn, I'm good. He tells her that she's the best thing that happened to him in a very, very long time. They must have put some baby oil on his because when I tell you them lights is hitting that chest just right. Yeah. She was like, I never thought that I would be with a man like you. He's like, wait the fuck a minute. What's a man like me? She says, we come from completely different worlds. He was like, not really. We're both healthcare professionals. He's like, we both. She said, look, you know what I mean. You've lived in a mansion with more rooms than any place that I've ever lived combined. You can afford to stay in a fancy hotel for months on end. He needs to get out of that damn. It ain't fancy. Ain't nothing fancy about that damn hotel. Get your ass out of there, Ted. Don't let this summer come and your ass is still in there because you're being trashy now. She says you were married for decades and you got some grown ass kids. She said my longest relationship has been me and my hairstylist. Well, on Valentine's Day, they must have took a break, girl. Didn't like her hair on Valentine's Day. Mm-mm. He says, okay, and that is an important one too. She said, yeah, because me and Miss Juanita are not breaking up anytime soon. You sure it wasn't on Valentine's Day? Because I think Miss Juanita was with her boo. But that's not the point that I was trying to make, she says. We're different. Mm. He was like, so we come from different economic backgrounds. So the fuck what, right? Why sell yourself short? You're smart, you're funny, you're the strongest woman I know. She said, look, I know I'm great, okay? But it's just taken more of an adjustment than I thought. You remember how that lady reacted when I was your date at the damn country club over ugly ass? Like I didn't belong there or some shit. He was like, Anastasia, you put that old gossip in a place. And she did put her in her place. He said, look, I'm the one that doesn't measure up. And she was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, you're gonna have to explain that. He was like, I mean, shit. Last year, my reputation took a major hit. Got exposed in front of all Fairmont Crest as a liar, a cheater, and a deadbeat dad. Yeah. That's true. Basically, I was cast aside. Nobody took me seriously until you. He said, you saved me, Shanice. Oh, how sweet. So she says, it's been my pleasure in helping you heal and save you, boo. He says, well, I have an idea. Why don't I forget where you came from and you forget where I came from? And then we create a whole new place together, just us. Oh, she says, build our own little cocoon. He said, our own galaxy. where I can give you all the good things that you deserve. Oh, he says, Miss Juanita included. And I feel like it won't last throughout this year. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen that's going to fuck it up. So only in due time. We're back at the country club, and Andre, when he get around people, honey, he out talk to women sometimes. He's like, Danny is making it more than what it is. I guess, she's like, tell what happened on that basketball court, please. He's like, like I said, Uncle Ted invited us, boys on the basketball to do some hoops. And in the process, you had a couple of bruised ribs and maybe some bruised egos too. Tell her which ones, please, 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 Danny. Danny is biting at the bit. He said, Uncle Ted strained his hamstring, and Carlton hurt his wrist, and Kyle tweaked his elbow. And my man got away without a scratch, Danny said. Girl, all your men are old and fucking busted. Oh my God, grow up, Danny. First of all, what were y'all doing together? Is their hospital running their league again? He was like, oh, okay, yeah. Uncle Ted wanted to get to know Eva's boyfriend, Isaiah, just a little better. He said he thought that this would be a low pressure way of doing that shit. So he's like, now how we all got pulled together in that way, I don't even know. I'm not sure. She said, but if you do the math, Danny says that's you, Ted, Isaiah, Carlton, and Kyle. That's only 5. Don't you need an even number to play? He said, yeah, there was some other guy who jumped in. Oh, did you get his number from Nicole? Danny is like living vicariously through her sister, honey. So Nicole throws her little handkerchief at her. Bitch, don't you ever stop? Danny was like, my sister, honey, the recipient of the Distinguished Service Award and now Fairmont Crest Most Eligible Bachelorette. Both titles I wear with pride. I know that's right, honey. Then they clapped hands. And that is the end of episode number 47, season 2 of Beyond the Gate. So let's go and get this thing mashed together. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.